Okay, it really does not like the flashlight. Okay, there we go. We finally added an option for that. Okay, so here's the big Lego bag. Again, sorry for the delay. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong with like mandatory updates before I was able to even start this stream. Never a good idea when that happens, but nevertheless, here we are. I'm going to wait till I have at least 1 or 2 people on this live stream before I actually do anything. In the meantime, I'm going to try to bring my laptop to a corner. I'm going to play some Star Wars music. I got some feedback from some of you that you want to hear stuff, not just me clicking the pieces together. So I will try to set that up for you if you just give me a moment. But in the meantime, please let me know in the comments down below. Do you hear me well? Is the volume good? And are you excited for this build? So I'm just setting some things up right here. Shouldn't take too long. Again, sorry for the delays. And there will be a giveaway. So yeah, just gonna try to bring my laptop without crashing everything. And I just came back from the Lego store, so I did not have much time to prepare. The next time I build this set, day 2, day 3, etc., I will be here all day. And so I expect that I will be better prepared. So I'm going to activate the comments on my laptop so I'm actually able to see what people are saying, and I start playing the Star Wars music. And hopefully the copyright does not impact us. And let me know about the volume. If it's too high or too low, I can adjust it. View in live control room. Waiting for mobile stream to begin. Connected. Okay, there's chat. Nothing in the chat. All right, so I put something in the chat there. There's one person who joined, so welcome, whoever you are. Thank you for joining, and again, sorry for the delay. Let's give people a bit more time to join. All right, now 2 viewers. Welcome, everyone. We'll be starting shortly. Just try to get a few more people here first. And again, sorry for the delays. I just got back from the Lego store. I had to install some updates before I could start this stream, and now we are almost ready. So I'm just going to set a few things up and we'll be on our way. Right, why don't I start taking things out of the bag? So besides the main set of the event, does anyone want to take a guess as to what in this bag? And perhaps one of these sets is going to become part of the giveaway. So comment down below what you think is here. I'm going to start with something that's not Star Wars related, and that is these Formula One cars right here. I only have one for now. I'll try it out, and if you guys are interested, then I will be building more of these, but I'll start with just the one, and I picked it randomly. I did not scan the QR code yet, so I don't know which one it's going to be. But if you want to take a guess, comment down below. Let's see. What else do we have here? We have some minifigures. So later I will make a separate video on these, but we'll set them aside for now. We have here the new Star Wars brickheads. This is one of the 2 brickhead sets that we got today, May 1st. We have here the Jango Fett helmet. Here's the set number and set information. This cost $90 Canadian, 90. But you do get gifts with purchase when you buy this week. I got this exclusive keychain gift with purchase, and you get this only with the Jango Fett Starship. So let's wonder if we can take a look at this without opening it. I don't know if we can do that without breaking the seal. I know there's pictures of this online, so maybe we'll come back to this one way or another. We'll see. What else do we got? We got more brickheads. This is for the Revenge of the Sith. Again, here's the set number. Very interesting characters right here. Which one of these is your favorite? I also have this battle pack. So this might be part of the giveaway. Hello, Kelly. Thank you for joining the live stream. Very nice of you to join us. And what else do we have? I guess I'll just pick out the big one. Whoa, this thing is massive. I'll have to push things around to put it in its right place. But yeah, this thing takes up so much space on my small table. But we're almost done. I'll just quickly get the remaining things out of the bag and rearrange everything. We have some poly bags as well. And one more thing. So I will show you everything. Just give me a moment to rearrange. So I'll push this back for now. We've already taken a look at these sets, so I'll set them to the side. Basically put them back in the Lego bag for now. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel so that you see me build every single one of these sets without the instructions, except for the sets that I will be giving away. So some of these sets, I will be giving them to lucky participants who are in the live stream, either today or in the coming days as I build this massive ship. I also got this exclusive postcard. This is available exclusively from the Lego store. It's very nice, very shiny, has Kamino written on it, and Kamino is the planet where we first see this ship in Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. So very interesting to get. You can send this to someone, maybe scan the QR code and it might give you additional information or a video or something like that. So that's pretty cool. I have not one but 2 poly bags. I actually already built this set. I was able to find this at another retailer. I built it a little while ago, so you can check out that video on my channel afterwards. So I got 2 of these. And I got 2 of these, the Kamino Training Facility gift with purchase. Here's a look at the front of the box and the back. You get 3 very nice minifigures here, and maybe one of these sets could be yours if you win the giveaway. Depending on the number of people that join and the number of people that subscribe, the more people that join, the more people that subscribe, the better the giveaway is going to be. So keep that in mind. Please share with your friends, your family, and we'll see what happens. All right, but enough talking. Let's get to the Jango Fett Starship. And usually this is the part where I hit pause and I set things up, but because I'm live, I cannot actually do that. So you will watch me rearrange things. That shouldn't take too long. All right, so here's the box. I'll just do this so you're able to see the whole thing. Hello, Jason. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it. So I'm showing the box horizontally just because if I try to show it vertically, it will not fit. But this is basically the Jango Fett Starship in the Ultimate Collector series. Here's the set number and the other information if you're interested. Of course, it's Lego Star Wars. And historically, this ship used to be called the Slave One. However, Disney, which now owns Star Wars, has requested that we no longer use the name Slave One. It's considered not a popular term anymore for understandable reasons. So now it's called the Jango Fett Starship. So let's take a look at the back of the box. So pretty much we see the same thing just on its stand. And this is a printed plaque along with the 2 minifigures included in the set. And we see here the dimensions of the set. So in case you can't see, it's 44 centimeters by 39 centimeters, so quite sizable. And here we see different angles of the ship as well as a small view of it from the back. So that's pretty cool. And now, without further ado, let's open the box and see what's inside. I've been wanting to do that all day today. I was anticipating this set. So let me get my box cutter and let's get right to it. So cut the tape 1 and 2. And let's see how many boxes, or how many bags, sorry, are in this thing. Oh, whoa. Wow. That's a lot of stuff. And again, here is usually where I hit pause and rearrange the bags. But because I'm doing this live, you will see me rearrange the bags. But in the meantime, let's see if we can make this a bit more exciting. This feels like the windshield. It's like this curved plastic piece. I'm happy that it came wrapped in a separate packaging so that it does not get scratched and scuffed like previous Ultimate Collector Series sets. Very good job by Lego. I hope it's not scratched inside, but this packaging is nice and necessary for a set of this scale and this price. This thing costs like 400 something dollars Canadian when you take the taxes into consideration, so very necessary in my mind. Here we're going to get the instructions as well as the sticker sheet. Unfortunately, there are stickers in this set. I don't think Ultimate Collector Series sets should have any stickers at all, but apparently Lego does not agree. And I'm going to try to sort these bags quickly. So what I do, and here I'll take you behind the scenes to what I do usually when I review these large sets. I usually take bags from 1 to 10 and put them in one pile, and bags from 10 to 20 or 11 to 20, put them in another pile, and so on. And then after that, I sort those individual piles. So these bags, because they're single digits, I'll just put them here. This is double digits, or 10. I'll put it in the middle. Yeah, you get the gist of it. So you know what I'm going to do? Just because we're live, I don't want to waste your time. I'm only going to sort the first few bags that I'll be building tonight. The other bags, I'll just throw them in the box and I'll sort them offline just so that we can get straight to the build. So anything that's above 10, I'm just going to shove it in the box, and I'll come back to it at a future time, because unfortunately we'll not be able to build the whole thing in one shot. It's a very large set. We'll keep bag 10 here, just have an even 10 bags in the end. I see here bag 23. I think there's 23 bags in the set in total, at the very least. And there's also this unnumbered bag that contains the printed plaque, as well as some Technic lift arms or beams. So here's a look at the bags. So bags from 1 to 10. Just zoom in a little bit so you get to see them a bit more. If there's any interesting pieces that you notice, comment down below. Now let's get started with bag 1. So now the remaining bags, I'll put them in order in another box, just so I'm able to retrieve them quickly when it's their time. So basically I put them bag by bag. So bag 10 at the bottom of that pile, followed by bag 9, bag 8, and so on. For whatever reason, bag 17 was still here. That one's going to go with the other bags for tomorrow or the day after. All right, so we got bag 1. This one, I'll just put it to the side in case we need any of these pieces in the first building phase. This one we're not going to need for a while, so I'll just set it to the side. And let's open this and see what do we get here. And by the way, I learned this the hard way. These adhesives are very strong, and if they accidentally hit your instructions, they will damage them. So if you do care about your instruction booklets, like you want to resell them or you just want to keep them as souvenirs, make sure to remove the instructions from this thing and just throw this thing away, because it could damage the instructions and this adhesive as well. Okay, so there's this instruction sheet that's a bit larger than what I would have liked to see. Some of these stickers are really not that appealing to me. I don't like stickers in general. I wish that some of these could have been printed, but the set has been designed. It's done. It's a done deal now, so we will have to live with these stickers. I may or may not apply all of the stickers. Some of them I think I will apply them, but some of them I think I can live without. And you can talk about that in the comments if you don't agree with any of my decisions concerning the stickers. And I will be using the brick separator included in the set to apply the stickers as usual. So there's that. Here are the 2 instruction booklets. So apparently 2 people can build this set at the same time. So you could have one person building one half and the other person building the other half. And just for reference, the second one is from bag 13. So the first person is going to build bags 1 to 12, and the second person is going to build from 13 to the last bag. And not all bags are the same. Sorry, not all bags are the same size. So it looks like it will work out. I can hear myself talking. Or hold on, I think this is an ad. Okay, let me skip that ad. Okay, that's better. So I'll increase the volume just a little bit. So we're listening to some Star Wars inspired music that hopefully does not cause any copyright issues. I already spent too much time on the unboxing, so I'm not going to take a detailed look at the instruction manuals, but let's just very quickly take a look at the first few pages. Yeah, there's the Lego Builder app. You've probably seen this before if you've watched any of my videos. Here's some information about the set, and you can hit pause and read it if you like. Even on a live feed, you can hit pause if you want to read this in more detail. And here it is in French or Spanish if you prefer those languages. It's basically giving background information about the set and Lego Star Wars in general. So they say this ship is built to last, but is that really true? If you've watched the full movies, you will know the answer to that. We see here the source material. It's not as colorful as the Lego version, but I do respect that Lego wants to make things look more interesting and more dynamic. So I do prefer a more colored version like this compared to this. But if you're a stickler for accuracy, then you might want to recolor some of the pieces to make it look more screen accurate. And here are the two minifigures included in the set in their human forms in the original movie from, I believe it was 2002 or something like that. More details right here. Again, you can hit pause if you want to read. I like this angle, the way they show it here. At this angle, that just looks really, really good. Here's more details of the actual Lego set. So first we were talking about the ship in theory. Now we're talking about it as an actual Lego set. And here they're not telling us how to hold the Lego set because apparently it's going to be obvious. Like some of the large sets, they tell you have to hold it from here and not from here. So I'm guessing you will not be able to hold the set from here because it's going to break off. You're probably going to use two hands and hold it from the bottom. At this point, they tell us to use the brick separator, open bag one, build the minifigure, and from this point on, I will no longer look at the instructions, and I'll build the set without the instructions, relying only on the building phases for each bag. So let's get started. Just put these away. And away we go. I'm noticing that bag one does not have that many pieces. Like, this is not that many pieces, to be honest. I'm wondering if all the bags are going to be this small, because if so, the build is going to actually finish quite quickly. But I have a feeling that not all bags are going to be of this same size. So I'm guessing they're just starting us nice and easy, and they're going to increase the complexity as time goes on. That would be my guess. Love the helmet. I love the music as well. Here's a close-up look at the minifigure. Try to make it focus. Yeah, so you don't have to wait till the end of the video. You got side printing. Looks quite nice. I like the sand blue color. This is a reflective metallic print right here. Very well done. The face here is more serious. And here he's actually angry. So we don't really get a super smiley face, but again, he's not known for being a super smiley character, so I guess that makes sense. And he also has his very famous helmet, which there's actually a full Lego set dedicated to this. In case you just joined the stream, it's actually the newly released Jango Fett helmet right here. So you could either have just this one piece or this giant Lego set. So that's pretty interesting to think about. I will build that other Lego set at a different time, but for now we'll just admire Jango, and let's put him here for now and start with the actual build. So far, so good. So again, here's the brick separator. You already know what this is. It's done in orange. Oh, forgot the jetpack, the very important jetpack. So one last look at the printing on the back before I put the jetpack on. Yeah, that is a nice piece to get. There we go. Find it useful to sort the pieces at least a little bit. You can do that by color if you want to go quickly. And does not need to sort them too much because there's not that many pieces. So let's just see. What do we build with bag one? What are we supposed to do? So it's going to be some Technic frame. Let's see. So off screen, I have the building phases. I'm going to pull up the building phase for bag one just to know what is the final result of building bag one. There's only one of these. So it looks like we're going to build only one side. It's taking a bit longer than usual. Let's see here. Yeah, and this is where I cannot use my editing magic to cut out all the boring parts. Okay, there we go. All right, now I can start. Welcome to the new viewers that just joined. I'm still on bag one. I spent a long time talking about the unboxing, but now we're getting to the fun part of building the set without the instructions. Already built Jango. Now I'm starting with the main build. You gotta pay attention at these beginning stages because if you get like the number of holes here wrong, you're gonna have to take the whole thing apart and rebuild it. So it's good to pay attention. I just finished watching someone else build this set. 8 hours, lol. Did they use the instructions or no? If they did it without the instructions in 8 hours, that would actually be quite impressive. But yeah, it's a big set. It has like 3,000 or 4,000 pieces. I forgot the exact piece count. So this is not like a $10 set you can build in 5 minutes. But I do appreciate the challenge. Did I get this right? All right. All right. Now you tell me I need to insert this black pin here. Yeah, that's one of the disadvantages of building with Lego Technic. If you make a small mistake, you have to undo a lot of your work. Just for this one black pin, for example. And we're using all these pins because we need them to support the very heavy structure, so I'm not skipping any of the pins at this point. Sometimes on a smaller set, I do skip some of these pins, but here I really want to use all of them. Get my money's worth out of these pins. Did this piece exist in white before? I know this probably existed in tan, if I'm not wrong, but it might be a new recolor or a rare recolor in white. Not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that, but I'm not used to seeing this piece in white very often. And I do think that for the adult sets, LEGO should recolor these pins to make them match their surroundings because adults can handle it. But for kids, I do think that they should stick to the existing colors. I've always said that. These internal ones don't matter because they're going to get covered up. For the ones that will be visible, I hope that LEGO starts to recolor these more and more. And for those of you who are here, comment down below what is your favorite Star Wars movie or favorite Star Wars character? What do you enjoy about Star Wars and how has it impacted your life? I'd really like to learn your stories and your perspectives on this. Because for me, I did not know too much about Star Wars, to be honest, until I got into Lego. I knew about the theme song, dun, 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 but not much else. I might have seen some snippets like the very famous memes, some of the famous scenes on YouTube, but I never really knew about the details until relatively recently. And in the past 2 years, I've started to learn about the franchise and the characters, and I've watched many of the movies, not all of them. It's quite an interesting journey. Let's see. Welcome to the new viewers. I'm currently building bag one, as you can see, of the Jango Fett Starship. How are we all doing? I'm cheating a little bit here by putting these pieces here, but I don't think anyone's going to mind. It's hard to build in all directions like this. Yeah, sorry about the ad. I think I'm off by one here because this is getting in the way. Where did I go wrong? Oh yeah, this needs to be back by like one, like this. Okay, much better. Good thing I caught that. Well, that's the Imperial March, the Darth Vader theme. Okay, we're almost done with bag 1. Just need to find out where these pieces go. And I do know that this piece is going to go here for the helmet. This is a new mold, by the way. It's similar to the previous one, but a bit more detailed and appropriate for Jango Fett, so I'm happy that they made this. And you get 3 blasters. Why 3? Maybe I just got an extra, or maybe he carries 2 blasters, like one in both hands. So yeah, we'll give him these 2 blasters, but I don't think they're nice part usage that are used in the main build. I don't see them anywhere. And these are just standard extra pieces, so just got to figure out where these 2 pieces go. It's probably going to be on the underside of something. Oh yeah, here. And here, and actually, because this piece is supposed to go here, I realized I made a mistake somewhere because this needs to attach to the black piece. So I'm very happy that I did not just skip this, because now I gotta fix this part at the front. Oh, actually, these blue pieces need to go. Black, empty, empty, oh, black, empty, black, empty, empty. Oh, this needs to go here, actually. Did I just build the whole thing wrong? Oh no. Yeah, I think I made a mistake over here, so yay, I'll have to redo this whole part. And if it wasn't for this piece, I would have never caught this mistake until way later. And because it's Technic, we can't just shift everything. We have to take the whole thing apart. I don't even know how to take the whole thing apart. Oh man. This is starting to not make sense, but we will make sense of this, I promise. It's just a question of figuring out what exactly is the issue. And this is one of the challenges that comes with building stuff without the instructions. You have to take a very close look at the final result and try to reverse engineer it. And sometimes mistakes will be made, and you'll have to catch them in time. I think let's start again from the front. That's the way I was thinking about it. Or from the bottom, depending on the point of view of the ship that you're looking at. We'll just do it again. This has to go here, such that this fits. And this piece that alerted us to the error can finally be put in its rightful place. And this has to go here. But then there's a gap. Is there a gap in the actual model? I do think we have to attach this anyway. There we go. Now, Lego Technic can be a challenging build system. Let's see. This would go here. We'd have this and this. Is this right? I think so, but by adding all the other pieces, we'll find out. Okay, so this fits at least. These go here. Right, now everything fits, and I'm just gonna double check to count the studs, make sure it matches. So 7, 2, then this plate, and I'm I started building from here, so for the verification, I'm going to verify from here and go this way. And usually I don't do this verification out loud, but because I made a mistake here, I do want to explain what I'm doing. So basically, I'm counting 7 studs, then 6 studs here, and this white piece, and 5 studs, then this piece, yellow one, and basically 3 studs here, and yeah, this looks about right. And then going in this direction is pretty much the only possible place that this can be is here. So hello everyone. So for whatever reason, it looks like YouTube has reverted to using the wide camera angle lens for some reason. Yeah, it should use the main camera lens and not this one. I'm talking here, but I see the live stream is not refreshing on my laptop. Yeah, I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Yeah, like it didn't even say that the thing was gonna die. Yeah, I really don't like the widescreen camera. Looks like this is not working, so I'm gonna stop and rejoin.